Subscribe my channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.
Hello everybody and welcome to yet another episode of Daydreamers with Himika. Now, as we all know, sleep is an imperative for good living. And we have this one app today, rather one startup today, which is focusing only on sleeping, and that too for the latest inhabitants of our world. Imagine for babies sleeping in their mother's womb. In our world, it's a rare idea, but let's talk to the founder himself, the founder of NapNapMat, Sameer Agarwal.
Hey, Mika, how are you? Thanks for having me.
I'm good. But what I understand is you have created a product that lets babies sleep in something which is like the comfort of their mother's womb. It's a rare idea. It's a very innovative idea. Please tell us more about it.
We wanted to be in the baby industry for one reason, because a lot of our friends at that time were having babies and were sort of unavailable for a pocket of almost 6 months after the delivery of their child. And we realized that the biggest pain point that the parents at that time faced was sleep, because they were not able to sleep well in the night. They had their own chores and work in the morning that they needed to take care of, which led to a lot of sort of deprivation issues among new parents. They were tired most of the time, and there was just this sort of a little dullness around their daily routine, which led to believe that there's an incredible potential of creating a product that can ease parents' life as well as improve a baby's sleep pattern. So, as we all know, babies sleep almost every single minute given an opportunity, unless they don't want to. But we wanted to make so babies sleep, but babies have a very irregular sleep pattern that sort of it doesn't help parents. So we thought to regularize the baby's sleep pattern a little bit, which is where the NapNapMat innovation happened. So we went. We wanted to understand what makes a baby sleep, right? Now, from a very basic principle, baby in the utero sleeps almost 16 to 20 hours, or no, almost 22 hours, in fact, unless it's feeding. It's sleeping in the utero all the time. And then when the baby comes out into this chaotic world, it sort of then it's trying to sort of balance itself and figure out the best time for it to sort of doze off, because there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of noise, there are a lot of people around a newborn baby when the baby is there. So in order to simplify, in order to get the baby into a routine, we thought we need to understand what makes them sleep. So babies sleep very well when there is any sort of a gentle simulation, or vibration in our case, and white noise, because babies are used to a certain white noise or a certain noise chamber when they're inside. So the baby, it feels literally protected, and it's blocking all the external sound bands, which is where the white noise helps to put the baby to sleep. So a combination of vibration and white noise is what led to the creation of NapNapMat. Effectively, it is a very simple baby bed that creates gentle, soothing vibrations that helps to sort of improve a baby's breathing. So why we say improve a baby breathing is if a baby is not crying, it tends to breathe better, which is what the mat effectively does. It soothes a baby, so babies cry less, or babies are gently soothed, get into a very soothing mood, which helps them to sleep better as well. White noise, of course, is everybody likes it, right? When we are sort of panicked or scared and somebody comes and does shh to us or hugs us, it just helps us to sort of become calmer. This is exactly what the white noise does in the baby's case as well. We also created NapNap Nursing Cover, which was a 360-degree feeding cover for a mother, allowing her to breastfeed a baby anytime, anywhere, because that seems to be a problem. Feeding a baby in our country is a little bit of a taboo if it's in the public. So we thought, well, the mom of today, she's out there, she's traveling, she's going to her office, she's carrying her baby along with us, she has crash support in the corporate world. So she needs to have sort of utilities that can help her, enhance her motherhood experience. And that's where the NapNap Nursing Cover comes in. So yeah, so that's.
It is great to have an innovative idea, but the go-to-market strategy, finding investors, those can be challenges. So how did you come about that? And the third part of the question would be, how did you reach this niche market of new parents?
Literally bank my experience on others' experience.
Okay.
So for us, the way we sort of understood the market was sitting with parents, giving our product to them, allowing them to try it for a month, understanding what they felt about the product, what are some of the things they wanted in the product. While we were developing the product, we of course sat down with the experts like doctors, gynecologists, pediatricians, people in the sleep domain. There are sleep experts around in the country who have pretty much studied in depth of how to make a baby sleep, how to put a sleep routine in place. Very difficult for a parent or any parent for that matter to try anything new on their baby. They're very protective, right? We all are, aren't we? So it was, I think that was our biggest barrier as to firstly talking to them, convincing them, getting them into the act of sort of making them understand why we did this. And if they felt the confidence in the product, they gave it a try. So luckily, we had about 100, 150 parents for almost 8 months where we tested our product. We understood some of the nuances in the product, something that did not tick with them, something that stayed with them. They really liked it. And then sort of improvised and created a particular, basically a go-to-market product, which in startup world we call it MVP, is what was created then. So that product then got deployed. We took almost 10 months from ideation to product creation to getting it beta tested by parents. And then after 10 months, when we felt the confidence that the mat had potential to solve this particular problem, or at least was in that domain, and so that's when we deployed it. Very well was we found an early investor who really liked the premise of what we were trying to work on. They really liked the product that we created. So we raised a very early round of fund, which we needed that fund to do a little more research on the product because the product was still not complete. Research was a major component of what our spend was in the first 2 years of the product. So the product by itself, by nature, works as said as of now. So that's where the funding was used. But we believe that our product has legs, and it directly goes to the consumer. And there's a lot of word of mouth in this space in the baby product space. If the product is good, a mother will definitely chat with 10 other mothers and tell her whether it's worth it or not.
So have you found footprints on the global map?
So sleep is a problem that is not just an Indian, it's an Indian problem, but it's also a problem faced by a mother in the UK and Australia. And we figured that this product by nature is a global solution, and requires only what it requires is it requires maybe a little bit of finesse in terms of the product finish. Maybe it requires a bigger size in some cases, or it requires maybe slightly more vibration for the baby. So that I think from continent to continent, it differs a little bit with respect to texture and with respect to the size. But otherwise, the mat has footprints across. We are now currently in UK, in Australia, in Singapore, India, now soon to launch in Japan and Germany. And by the end of this year in the US, which is one of the biggest markets in the baby space.
Has COVID affected business?
COVID affected us as a company because we were not able to sort of work on our research part as much. We, of course, all of us were locked down for a reasonable amount of time. We got on ground after 2-3 months. Demand was still there because a mother requires a mat. A mother, the number of deliveries were consistent. In fact, only increased. So I think COVID definitely created a lot of demand. We had a lot of mothers asking for inventory. Unfortunately, a lot of material that was earlier available easily was not available during COVID time. So for a decent amount of phase, we were not able to fulfill everyone's requirement. So we had to sort of bring it in stock and out of stock, and that kept going till August of this year. So that was a little painful because, of course, you want to serve everybody that comes, right? And every customer that comes and asks for an app mat. But yeah, I think overall, it's been an experience for us to sort of understand and really go back to the drawing board to make the product better. We also started understanding the space a little better. We definitely, as a vision of NapNap, we want to go and become the biggest or the best baby mattress company in the world. So there's a long way to go for us. There's a lot of things that we need to understand and do. So trying to understand the different foam, the textures, the fabric that can be used. Also understanding the technology in terms of monitoring, in terms of heartbeat sensors, in terms of body temperature of the baby. All of these are very important parameters that helps you understand whether the baby is sleeping well or is healthy enough.
Last question to you will be, any more products coming from the house of Nap Nap Mat? Do we see more coming our way? Tell us.
Many, unfortunately, can't reveal all of that, but we definitely are. We have a pipeline of 8 products currently that we're working on. All of 8 products cannot be deployed soon. We gave about 6 months for each product to get a better understanding from the market as to how it works, what are some of the pros and cons with it. So that the next product that we are coming in from a very generalistic point of view, it's going to come in the feeding space. So we're looking at feeding as an avenue to where there are a lot of problems that mothers are trying to solve. That's one of the avenues. Of course, mattress, things around mattress, what other form, shape, size of mattresses they can work on. So not just solve it for a newborn baby, now go a little deeper and create mattresses for babies up to 4 years and 5 years old. Because babies do go through something called a sleep regression, which is the cycle changes after a couple of, say, 6, 7, 10 months. And then the baby takes another couple of months to get back to sort of a better sleep routine. So then we are looking at increasing the shelf, the longevity of our mats from just being up to 6 months to now looking at 2 years old. So we recently launched, during COVID, we launched the Nap Nap Crib mattress, which supports babies up to 2 years. It's a size of a bassinet or a crib that the mothers are used to, and has detachable pillows and sort of as a healthier foam. So we added another layer of foam, which is called a cooling foam, that helps to keep the baby's temperature on the surface reasonable for them to be comfortable on it. So that's the direction. We are also working with a couple of international firms who are really making breakthrough technologies in the space to sort of combine forces and create something that could magnanimously impact a lot of parents across.
The hand that rocks the cradle rules the world. So this is new age rocking the cradle, putting the baby to sleep. And while so much technology is being invested on adult sleeping with a calm, wave, and sleep cycle, at least somebody is thinking about babies. The next generations look like they're going to grow more intelligent, because good sleeping, I'm sure, is intelligent living more than anything else. Sound and comfortable lives, if nothing else, and that's wonderful. So thank you so much for taking time and being a part of Daydreamers with Himika. And we look forward to more products.
Thank you so much for having. I think every time we get to speak somewhere, it's very important for us to sort of resonate what we're doing and at least talk about the products, because it's such a new product that mother need to. I mean, their inhibitions is what we need to solve, right? We need to solve their questions.